stretches of games.
Wins the tip. Diggins, who's still fast, gets down the floor, buries it, draws the foul, but is shaken up.
The foul has been upgraded to a flagrant 1. Skylar Diggins will shoot 2 free throws, and they will receive the ball sideline extended. Free throw.
There are 2 things that seem constant in this current 2025 WNBA season, guys. 1, the Dallas Wings just cannot close games. And 2, Dijonai Carrington will lead the league in flagrant 1 fouls. Guys, of course, late last night, might I add, okay, the WNBA just does not care about us regular people having things to do early in the morning, okay? Take myself for an example, okay? Early this morning at 9:30, almost was late to my appointment. Okay, I had to spoke with a VSO representative to help me in my process of filing for disability, my disability claims, being almost an Air Force veteran, right? So I had stayed up from 9:30 to 11:30 p.m. late last night. And of course, the game went over a little bit more. It split a little more over than 11:30 p.m. I was just so tired, guys. Again, as soon as I start yawning, I'm like, I cannot set up and record my video of the analysis of the game. But it was still an overall good game. But of course, my Dallas Wings lost. Okay, of course, I was rooting for Dallas Wings to beat Seattle Storm. The game concluded with the Seattle Storm having 83 points and the Dallas Wings having 77 points. Again, like most games, most cases, the Dallas Wings started off strong because in the first quarter, we scored 20 points, whereas the Storm only scored 19, just 1 point below us. The second quarter comes around, the Wings scored 18 points, whereas the Storm only scored 11 points. In the third quarter, this is where the Seattle Storm began to gain that momentum, and the third quarter is also where the Dallas Wings tends to lose their momentum, okay? Because in the third quarter, the Wings scored 17 points, Storm scored 24 points, and in the final fourth quarter, the Wings scored 22 points, and the Seattle Storm scored 29 points. For the Dallas Wings, Ezzy had scored 9 points. She had 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Alicia Clark only had 3 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Eka Agumake had 14 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Gabby Williams had 18 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Skylar Diggins had 9 points. It took her to the third quarter, guys, to freaking score. She was giving me a freaking Angel Reese, okay? The first game, I believe the second or third game we played, like over a week ago, when it was Chicago Sky. I believe it was us versus the Dallas Wings at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. Angel Reese did not score until like the very end of the third quarter, very beginning of the fourth quarter. Okay, it was sad. Okay, tonight was sad too for Skylar Diggins. Okay, aka Skylar Diggins Graves. Skylar Diggins only put up 9 points and took her to the third quarter. She had 5 assists and 1 rebound. Lee Yuru, I'm gonna do a whole other video on her coming up, guys. If you haven't heard the news, okay, I promise that's the video coming right up after this. Lee Yuru put up 6 points, had 0 assists, 1 rebound. Zaya Cook, okay, shout out to Zaya, okay, my Toledo, Ohio girlie. She's a Buckeye. Zaya Cook put up 7 points. She had 1 assist, 0 rebounds. Erica Wheeler had 11 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. And Dominique Malonga put up 6 points. She had 0 assists and 3 rebounds. Now for my Dallas Wings, Maisha Hines-Allen had 16 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds. Maddie Segrist had 11 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Nalissa Smith had 6 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Dijonai Carrington, she was the leading scorer of tonight's team, and people was like, that's the problem. How is Dijonai Carrington? First of all, Dijonai Carrington is starting to, in my opinion, she is becoming more of an offensive threat, okay? And I was waiting for that. Because if you look at her high school, even her high school career, okay? Look at her high school film tapes. Look at her college film tapes, be it when she was at Stanford University, okay? Go Cardinals. When she was down there at the Baylor University in Texas, Waco, Texas, go Bears. She had more of an offensive game. And it's like, as soon as she hit the league, it's like her jump shot just poof, magically went away. It just disappeared, okay? In tonight's game, Dijonai Carrington was the leading scorer, okay, for the Dallas Wings. Well, rather than last night's game, okay? It was last night. And of course, Paige Beckers is still out due to concussion protocol, okay? We hope that she gets well. She gets, she heals up quickly and everything's going to be okay with her. But, in her place, we literally see Dijonai Carrington moving like a point guard. She's usually a shooting guard / forward. Last night's game, in these previous other games for the Dallas Wings, this current 2025 WNBA season, Dijonai Carrington is getting more, offensively, aggressive. She's becoming more fluid, okay? She's doing that point guard position in Paige Becker's place, okay? The offense is flowing through her. And at first I'm like, what are y'all doing? I ain't gonna lie, at some points of the game, as soon as Dijonai Carrington gets at that 3-point line and she positions herself for that 3, I'm like, no, I'll be yelling at my mama's screen. Pass the ball. Don't do it, D. Don't do it, Dijonai. Pass the ball. But you know what? She gave us about, 2 3-pointers in last night's game. So again, Dijonai Carrington is stepping it up. I love it, okay? Okay, Dijonai Carrington being the leading scorer for the Wings. She put up 22 points, had 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. Okay, she almost hit a double-double. Okay, so I'm liking what she's doing. Arika Ngumbawale had 8 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. She got to do better. Tierra McCowan had 2 assists. I'm sorry, she had 2 points, 0 assists, 5 rebounds. I can't say her name. This is I was like, who is this woman? Number 18, white woman, Louisa Geisenor. Sounds German. I'm not sure. She put up 6 points, had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. But again, when I saw her on the court, I'm like, who is this woman? At first, I thought that was Paige Beckers. I'm like, no, that's not Paige. I just don't know. I don't recognize who number 18 is. That's crazy. Kyla Charles. She be getting on my nerves. Kyla. Okay, I need Kyla Charles' workout routine because them biceps and triceps look crazy in a good way. Okay, they're just so defined and strong looking. But Kyla Charles, guys, only put up 4 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. Isaiah James, she put up 2 points, had 2 assists, and 0 rebounds. Now, of course, Dijonai Carrington kind of got tangled up with Skylar Diggins, okay? Tangled up. And this, of course, led to her getting a freaking flagrant 1 foul. Okay, they upgraded. First, it was like, okay, it's a hard foul. Maybe it's a foul. Technical. It was like, no. Upgrade this girl, okay, to a a flagrant 1 foul. And there was just like, in this current 2025 WNBA season, Dijonai Carrington is leading the league in flagrant 1 fouls. And it's like, it's just the irony. I believe it used to be Diana Taurasi or somebody else, Sophie Cunningham. Somebody else used to lead the league, okay? In this current season, Dijonai Carrington is in front, okay? Like, you can see her praying, like she was meditating, trying to just calm herself down when it was announced over the, the speakers in the intercom of the arena. Sound like, Dijonai Carrington upgraded to flagrant 1 foul. Like, she was just like, be calm, just stay calm, okay? It is what it is. Again, I like the fiery passion, okay? I will never demonize nobody unless it's like with the, like obviously like with ill intent and like maliciousness. Dijonai Carrington can't help that her father is a football player because she comes from that genetic stock. Her mother was a bodybuilder / D1 track athlete. Her, along with her siblings, was just born and raised and bred to just, breathe, sleep, and be aggressive and just, everything but sports related. And just being an overall athletic person. She has that natural strong ability, that athletic prowess, and occasionally somebody is on the receiving end of that, okay, and they become one of her victims. But it is what it is, okay? And, how our feelings, we love Skylar Diggins too. Again, Skylar Diggins, she has also, handed out welcome to the W moment. She has handed out, this is the W moment. So it is what it is. But again, Dijonai Carrington, just have a little bit more poise, a little bit more grace, have a little bit more technique, okay, a little bit more fluidity, okay, with your movements. Because again, girl, you are 5'11", 175 pounds, pure muscle, okay? That woman is strong. I would not want to run into Dijonai Carrington, let alone have her run into me. And of course, guys, so I just saw a little bit of the post-game interview, okay, after the Dallas Wings refused to close this game out and got defeated once again, okay? I see Dijonai Carrington also in that interview, okay? I believe it's obvious she wants to make her presence known, okay? Because they asked him the same thing. He's like, Porter was talking to Coach Chris Koklanis. This is not the first time in this current season where the Dallas Wings were not able just to cut it, okay? They can't cut the mustard. They get really close. They actually are leading. At one point in this game, I think we had like a 11, 12 plus point lead over the Seattle Storm, and we still lost. Unacceptable. And they asking him these questions. Again, he's giving, I love you, you love me, Barney, we're a big family, Care Bears, the power of love and friendship, and we just got a kumbaya, and, love conquers all. He was giving them type of answers, and they asked Dijonai Carrington, she was like, we got to be more technical. She said, we got to put some stops up, okay, defensively, and offensively, we got to have better shot selection. We got to move as one unit. We got to do this and that. Like, she was talking about, being tactical, having tactility, okay, and having technique, consistency, and contingency plans. Okay, she was moving very militant. That's what I said. I said if I was the coach of the Dallas Wings of the Chicago Sky, I would turn them into Navy SEALs, just straight sharp shooters. Okay, you got to have discipline and poise, okay, in order for us to close these games, in order for us to win games. There is no discipline. You can see it, okay? That's one of the main reasons Dallas Wings cannot close the game and why we keep getting defeated back to back. And again, for Coach Chris Koklanis, I like him. I like his vibe overall. But that's the problem. He wants to vibe his way through coaching. And you're not going to win no games like that. Imagine if the United States go to war with Vietnam, or when we did go to war with Vietnam, low-key, that's what we did. We got defeated because we was going off of vibes, okay? There was no technology. There was no skills. It was just like, we're just going to go up there. We're not even going to study our enemy, study the environment, the climate that we're going to be thrown into. And look what happened. We got destroyed. Overall, the current coach of the Dallas Wings is just frustrating, okay? I just don't see him lasting. The players look like they're tired of him. He had them talking about, the player chemistry and the locker room. And it's like, boy, you've already lost your locker room. They be looking at you, giving you the side eye, looking crazy. Okay, you can see it all over their faces in the post-game interviews. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on last night's game when the Seattle Storm defeated the Dallas Wings. Once again, we lost Dallas Wings, that is, because we can't close out games. And guys, please just tell me your thoughts on why that is and what are some technical skills and some assets. What are some things that they can do to actually win games?